me. I have another video for you. I am going to be showing you how I give myself nice big bouncy curls. It's a style that I like to wear mostly because it just looks nice and natural, and it gives your hair a lot of movement, so it looks nice and shiny. It probably works best on longer hair. Obviously mine is quite long. You can probably get away with it sort of like up to here. I don't know if it's the same sort of principle on shorter hair, because I'm thinking more sort of like long hair where you can actually get that curl in with it still being nice and loose. If you've got short hair, you're not necessarily going to see it. So if you have short hair, this might not be the video for you, but join me for a chin wag anyway, if you're that interested in talking to me while we do it. So to do this, I'm going to be using the Lee Stafford My Big Fat Tongue. This is old as the days. I can't remember when I bought it. I can't remember where I bought it from, and I certainly don't remember how much it was. But there are lots of different ones on the market. This one goes up to 200 degrees. That's fine for my hair. If you have coarser, thicker hair, I don't know, you might need to use one that's got a bit of a higher heat setting on, but I wouldn't go any higher than like 235 degrees anyway. Otherwise you sort of like running the risk of singeing your hair off. I don't like to use any products on my hair. I like it to feel natural, because you know some stuff makes it feel quite sticky or tacky or stiff. The only things that I do like are this is the Matrix Total Results High Amplify Wonder Boost, and it's a root booster. And basically when I've washed my hair, I spray this all in my roots. I flip my head upside down and I blow dry it, and that just gives me a little bit more volume at my roots to stop it from being so flat, but it doesn't feel sticky in any way. The other thing that I'm a fan of using is this. I've nearly run out actually. It's the Way Hair Care Systems, and this is the Wave Spray. And it's nearly gone, and I'm so sad. It was only a 30ml bottle, but it's not too expensive. They do different sizes. You can buy bigger bottles of it from Look Fantastic, that one is. That's where the Matrix was from as well. And it smells divine. It smells so nice. It makes your hair smell great for days. And it's not stiff or tacky or anything, which is good. But I use that sort of afterwards. The other thing that I like to use is this. This is the GHD Advanced Split End Therapy. This is really good for sort of like dry damaged ends, and it's a heat protector. So basically when you're using curlers or straighteners or whatever, putting a bit of this on beforehand just gives a little bit more protection against being fried. So normally you're supposed to use it when you've got wet hair, but I put it on dry hair as well. And I just squeeze roughly that amount into my hand, because I've got quite obviously long thick hair, so I need a little bit more than most. And just get it on my ends and my lengths. Sort of anywhere where that heat's going to be hitting it. Obviously I don't take my curler right up either. So make sure I've got plenty of it on the ends, because they're the bits that get frazzled, especially when you're using curlers. They tend to be in the curler a lot longer than the rest of your hair. And then I take my brush. This is just a detangling brush, and just brush it through so it evens it out and get rid of any knots. Got it all over my top now as well. Dirty. If you've got super knotty hair, it's always a good idea to start from the bottom, which is what I do with our Sophie's hair, because it gets really knotty. Her hair does. Start from the ends. So once that's all brushed out, then I'm just going to section it off. I'm going to take my bottom section first. I do mine in about four sections. If you've got shorter hair or thinner hair, then you might not need to do it in so many. But for me, I have to do it that way so that I actually get curls, because my hair's too thick otherwise. So that's my bottom section. It's considerably shorter than the rest of my hair. That's from wearing it up. It's highly embarrassing. So I've just, oh God, burnt myself. Right, so for these, I like to curl them away from my face. If you like to curl them towards your face, then that's fine. That's not for me though. I don't like doing that. So I curl it away from my face. So I take my section and my curlers, I grip the hair, I pull it down to almost near the bottom, I turn it over, and then you can see you've got a little bit of hair sticking out there, and I just kind of clamp it and grip it till I get down to the end. Any bits that fall out, tuck them back in and roll it up. And then I leave it rolled up for about 10-15 seconds. And then just pull it down gently and release the curl from the clip. I give it a bit of a twist in the way that the direction that it was curled. And that's that. Tuck in any missing bits on the inside is easier. And roll it up. And then 10-15 seconds. Right, so I'll take my next section and I take it round about where my temples are. And I just grab all that, split it in half at the back so it's like that, and then I flick my two curls to the back so that I don't mix up the sections. Right, this one I'm going to split in two. I'm going to try and make them of equal size. That one's a little bit thicker, so that's about right. I'll do the back one first. So clip it in, clamp it in, almost down to the end, twist it over, make sure it's on this side though, so it's down there. Clamp it until you've got the end in the tongue. And then roll it up. Now this one is a slightly thicker piece of hair, so I'll probably leave that for 20 seconds. Gently pull it out and unclamp it. Give it a twist in the direction that I curled it. And then next section. And then this side, I split it into two again, try and make sure there's equal sections either side. Run it down to almost the end, twist it over, clamp until I've caught the end, and then twist it up. It's all right if you leave a little bit sticking out at the bottom sometimes, because that just helps sort of like the formation of the curl anyway, helps it look, you know, quite natural. To make sure that you've not kind of got any bits sticking out all over the place. Okie dokie, next section. So this one, I found my top section, which is about there. So this one has a little bit more on it because I tend to have my parting over that side. So I take out the top section. Which is there. And then I just twist that up out of the way. Okay, so same as before, I grab it at the back, split it into two, and I flick those curls behind. It's hard work, all this curling your hair stuff. I'll just brush it through to make sure it's not knotty. Oh God. Right, this one I'm going to need to split into 3. So what I do is I take the front, which is there, and I split the back into 2 halves, like that. So I took the front out and split the back into 2 halves. As you can tell, I don't go all the way up to the root either. I tend to just, I leave about that much. Whatever that much is. So waiting for paint to dry, waiting for your curls. I haven't got time for this every day. Don't be fooled, I do not do this every day. I'm just doing to show you. Most of the time I walk around looking like Wurzel Gummidge. It's a good look. Right, so that's that section. Now I'm just left with the top one. Okay, potting needs sorting out massively, doesn't it? So I'm just going to stick that behind. With my hairbrush, and give that a brush. When I push it forward like that, I tend to find I have a natural part. See, it's there. Wow, back to the 80s. Yes. Okay, that one's pretty thin enough to do on its own, but as you can see, I've got kind of like a graduated chop at the front. So I take the smaller pieces, the shorter pieces, sorry, which are there, and I take them out of the longer section, and it's just so that they don't all get sort of caught up in my tongue. Just makes it a bit easier. And I don't take it all the way up to the top, I take it up to around about here, which I guess is more or less where my ears are, because I don't want the curl to go at the top of my head. And then just take the section with the shorter pieces on. I curl it exactly the same way, but only up to round about there. I don't leave it as long either, because it's a lot of a thinner section, so it doesn't need as much time, doesn't need as much heat. So just 10 seconds will do. And then this last section, so this section's a little bit thicker, but when I take out the shorter section, I'm kind of only really left with that, so that'll be fine. Last piece, yay. Please note, all parts where I burn myself will have been edited out. But rest assured, I will have burnt myself 20 times throughout this entire video. I have already burnt myself 20 times. No, that was a bit of an exaggeration. I've burnt myself a few times. Okay, that's the curls. That one was a bit funny. So, I bring that all forward. I can see sort of lines in places where it's not curled right, so just run my curler through there just to get rid of those lines. Right, so now what I do is I twist it all in the direction that I curl it, which is this way. So I give it all a twist. Like this, and then I take my wave spray from Way, which is spelt O-U-A-I and pronounced way, because that's what we do. And so leave it a squirt with that. I wish you could smell it. It smells so nice. It made a hissing sound when it landed on the curler there. Give it a bit of a scrunch with that spray in. And separate them a little bit. Just with my fingers. If you've got some places where it's not curled enough for your liking, then you can go back through and just put a few more in with the curlers, but I don't like it too curly anyway, so. And I like how it kind of like naturally falls out over the course of a day, just to leave like the sort of like waves in it. And there we have it. Big bouncy curls. So I hope that was useful for you and that I made sense with everything I did. You know, shop around for a decent curler, because like I say, I don't remember where, how or when I bought that. I don't even know if they still sell them, if I'm being honest, so just have a shop around, have a Google big curlers, but you want one with a really thick barrel on it to get those curls. You can use a curling wand as well, but I've got one and I don't feel I get the same effect, because I like the fact that I can clamp the end of the hair and then kind of like roll it up, which I find gives me a much nicer, bouncier curl than if I was to do the wand, because you kind of like wrap it around the wand and then you get like a more spiral curl, which I don't like as much, because the tighter the curl, the shorter my hair is, and I like the length of my hair, so I try and keep it sort of nice and loose. Plus with these big bouncy ones, I like the way that my hair moves and feels. It feels much more natural and bouncier. I have said bouncy several times, so I'll leave it there. If you like the makeup that I've got on today, this blinging highlighter is amazing, then go back and watch the video I posted before this one. It's a full face of Barry M, and it's a dirt cheap high street drugstore cosmetic brand, and this highlighter is phenomenal, and you can find it on that video. So I hope everyone's all right anyway. We're easing out of lockdown now, so things are becoming a little bit more ordinary, should I say, like normal, new normal. I don't know what the terminology is anymore, but we're not having visitors yet. We've kind of made the decision to wait a while, just see how things go on over the next few weeks when everybody's kind of like out there experimenting. So fingers crossed. Hopefully some of you guys are back at work as well, which must be ace, because I can't wait to get back. I'm so sick of not working. It's driving me mental, but we're still homeschooling, and that's going great. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you're all good, and you take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.